Invite now our next speaker, which is Mrs. Maria Neuberger-Schmidt. Welcome. And she's from Austria. She's mother of 4 adult children and 2 stepchildren. She's also grandmother of 3 grandchildren. She studied French, psychology, ethnology, and is a social counselor, an author, trainer, coach. She's author of a workshop for parents, which is called ABC Parent Driver's License. All right. It's a driver's license for parents. Good to know. And she also deals with education and family counseling in the event of separations and divorces. So let's welcome Mrs. Maria Neuberger-Schmidt.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody. I'm very proud to be here because I very much appreciate Universal Peace Federation, the Women Federation for World Peace, and it's an honor to be part. And we are really in a very, very serious situation worldwide. Everybody wants to have more weapon, more arms, threatening each other, wars going on, even in Europe. It's horrible. And I ask myself, who has the right to give order to me to go and kill somebody else or to get killed? I think we need like a referendum if people want to have more weapons, if people want to go, nations want to go for war. And I think the first duty of a president of whatever nation is to be a peacemaker. Otherwise he has to go. He is no good. And it's not about America first, Austria first, France first, whoever first. No, we need to cooperate in respect and in fairness. Well, so I was focusing after the age of 40 to become a counselor and a trainer, and because we need to have a job, so we have a profession. We are getting training, that's very good. But the most important job in this world is to be a parent. And there is no such training. And then I said to myself, I got motivated and dedicated for 25 years to train parents and to give counseling. Well, on one hand, you can say the lion mom, she has no training. She is raising her kids very well. To be a parent is something very natural, and we do have natural instincts to raise our children. And the first instinct is mother love, father love, that will guide us. But also, the world has become very complex. There is no such one opinion how to raise children. And it has changed a lot in, let's say, after the Second World War. Before that time, parents were raising their children with a lot of authority. You have to be obedient. I tell you what to do, and that's good enough. And the nation became obedient to the point to be obedient to go to war and to fight against each other. Not because I hate the enemy, I don't even know him, but somebody tells me to do so. So we need to be guided by our own consciousness, which is given to everyone. God gives us this consciousness, what is good and what is bad. So parents were getting away from the authoritarian approach Okay, anti-authoritarian, let's try that. Children are free to do whatever they like. And that didn't go so well, not. And then they said, okay, parents and children, we are partners with equal rights. And I have to discuss everything with my child till we get to a common solution. So that's mediation, that's very good between adults. To be equal, but then I found out even with my own children, something went wrong. So why? Because I was treating them on that equal level. And then I realized, as a parent, you have to be aware of three. You have to give freedom to your children, okay? Let them play, let them dream, sleep, whatever they like, according to their age. You know, a baby can do whatever it likes. But on the other hand, the parents decide just everything for the baby. So they are guided in a very strong way. But when the child gets mature more and more, it wants to talk. It wants to express opinions. And so this is why slowly, we raise them to be responsible and on an equal level. According to the age, we can, when there is a children's party, so we will involve the children. What would you like to have? What is important for you? And more and more. But there is also guidance with a certain kind of authority. We are not on the same level, but the parents are like leaders. That's simple, actually. If in a company, it's very clear who is the boss and who is the apprentice, who gives order to whom. But this has to be clear. It has to be discussed. The boss wouldn't ask his apprentice for each question to what shall I do? No. But a good leader is inviting his co-workers to give feedback, to give ideas. And a good leader wouldn't take any important decision without consulting the team, even the smallest and the most little ones. And so in a family, it can be a little bit the same. Now, and I was focusing very much on efficient communication, how to listen and how to express myself so that the children can understand what I want them to do. But I needed to connect. And so the parents, let's say there was one example. The one mom, she was even an academic, and she had a 4-year-old daughter. And she said, yes, I discussed with my child about the TV program and so on. And then there was a situation, I told her, no, you're not allowed to watch this. And the 4-year-old said, Mom, that's not fair. You watch whatever you like. Why should I not watch what I like? So take a breath, and then you realize, because I have responsibility. I wouldn't give a tutorial to my husband what he's allowed to watch or not to watch, because we are at the same level. We discuss it, but for my child sometimes, I may say, so of course this question also came up in my family, and my daughter said, you don't allow me, why? And I said, because I am the mom, and you are the child, and one day you will be a mom, you will tell your children what they are allowed to see. So there is, you set boundaries, but from the perspective of your responsibility as a parent. And of course, you can discuss it, but there comes a point when I discuss, I explain 3 times why this or that has to be done, and there is opposition, no, no, no. And then I say, is it that you cannot understand? I can explain 1 more time. Or is it that you do not want to accept? That's a different situation. So what's the problem? Tell me about your resistance. What is opposing you to do what I say? And then we get into discussion and we can solve the problem. And in order to get a feeling, I tell the parents, you know what, the most important thing when in whatever situation, don't react immediately, just take a breath. Take the time of a breath, okay, and get into your feeling. Is my child very overwhelmed? So then it needs maybe a hug. It needs that I listen to my child. What's the problem? Or is my child just in opposition? No, 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 no. Then I need to feel, does my child is really respecting me at the time? Or just trying to play a game with mom? This is what happened to me, and I didn't notice that they were playing a game with me. One was very good at that. So we shouldn't lose control because it is our responsibility. And there is a most beautiful song, which is probably everybody knows, Raise Me Up. And this is our duty as parents, raise our children up. And then in our classes, now I switch. At the beginning, we ask ourselves, what are the goals of your education as a mom? What do you think? What would you like to achieve when one day they will be adult? And most parents say, I want my child to be happy and successful. That is great. I would say, yes, go for it. But there's one more thing, and you know, Sigmund Freud, for instance, he said, children and humans need to have the capability to love. Yes, that's the most important. And they have to have the capability to work. Yes, to be successful, to be efficient. But there is a third one, which Viktor Frankl said, that is, have the capability to suffer. Oh God, I don't want my child to suffer. But what does it mean? In modern terms, we call it resilience. To be strong, when the wind comes, to defend my interests, and so on. But Viktor Frankl goes a bit deeper. To have the capability to suffer means be ready to make a sacrifice if the situation requires. And parents know a lot about sacrifice because of the children. Sleepless nights. Yes, we sacrifice our sleep because the baby is crying. And to be, well, the Reverend Moon says, we are one family under God, and here our youth, they are called living for the sake of others. Christ says, love yourself and your neighbor. Living for the sake of others doesn't mean that I get a victim, but it means that I have a goal in my life. I have sense, I know what for I shall struggle. And I see there are so many projects, and congratulations going on. We heard all these reports, and keep going. And each of us here please do your part to make the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Neuberger-Schmidt, for very beautiful insights and some parenting good advice. Thank you.